Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the CEO of Global Innovation Strategies and the Success Strategist, bringing you week 7 of Spotlight on Success series, where we're talking today about resilience in action and your ability to thrive amidst uncertainty. Over the past 6 weeks, we've explored foundational business strategies, execution tactics, leadership growth, and high impact decision making. Today, we're deep diving into a topic that is ultimately the most essential for your and your business long-term success, and that is resilience in action. Resiliency isn't just about bouncing back. It's ultimately about bouncing forward with greater strength, wisdom, and adaptability. Because in today's unpredictable business landscape, the ability to navigate uncertainty, adapt quickly, and maintain momentum is what separates thriving businesses from struggling ones. Why does resiliency matter more than ever? Because our business landscape is shifting. We see it in 2025 and in prior decades, given the current political and or geographic drivers that have disrupted, in some cases astronomically, or thought of a different way, providing us the necessity of thinking differently from a success standpoint. So talk about busting us out of our own boxes of traditional thinking with regard to our product and service portfolios. COVID, as well as many other strategic drivers, really helped us to move forward. So the shift includes economic fluctuations, industry disruptions, technological advances, and it really means at its core that adaptability is no longer optional. It's a necessity for our business's survival. And in order to ride the wave of innovation that's occurring on a minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day basis, we need resilient leaders and teams to drive our success forward. So we're seeing that companies that cultivate a culture of resiliency really outperform competitors. They better retain top talent or attract them in the first place and maintain a strong customer base, even during all of that uncertainty. Because if we can deliver for them consistently and through the perspective and lens of what they're most looking for value-wise, we can create customers for life. So resiliency is not built. Resiliency is not born. Instead, it is built. So whether you're facing market changes, business setbacks, or leadership challenges, resiliency is a tool and a skill in our toolkit that we need to be developing and strengthening on an ongoing basis. So our challenge today, as we think through and talk through some of these core points, is, are you resistant to the winds of change that are occurring in 2025 writ large? And if not, what aspect of the 3 pillars of resilient leadership can you take away from today to help your organizations risk mitigate and springboard forward for greater success? In the first area, our first pillar is mindset, because we as leaders, we as teams, we as disruptors in the innovation space need to lead with adaptability and confidence. So when we embrace a growth mindset, We see challenges as opportunities to learn and to innovate. We reframe fear into focus. We reframe setbacks into from victim node, i.e., why is this happening to us or organization, to me, why now, to a what can I learn from this and how can I harness this to 10x our success. So we want you to maintain a clear vision of the outcomes that you're attempting to achieve through your mission, through your vision, through your strategy, through your goals. But what we need to do to heighten our resiliency is to be more flexible in our approach. Rigid plans break. Adaptable ones evolve, and we want you to heighten your adaptability capabilities so that you can thrive amidst uncertainty. The second pillar is strategy. And building an agile, crisis-proof business is key to your long-term success, your organization, the ecosystem you serve, as well as your partners and your customers. So in this area, we want to be thinking about implementing scenario planning, because that helps us anticipate potential risks and put in place contingency plans to, again, minimize risk and capitalize on innovation. We want to create operational flexibility and build out adaptable processes that allow for quick pivots when necessary. And in this day and age of digital transformation, we want to leverage technology as much as possible to maintain our business continuity. That may be automation, that may be AI, that may be digital collaboration tools, any ways that we can help you and your business stay more agile, focused, and delivering on the value proposition is exactly where we want you springboarding to if you're not already there. And then the last pillar, execution. We want you to be focused on strengthening your people and your systems. Again, resiliency is built, not born. And so therefore, we as leaders, as teams, as organizations need to foster a resilient team culture. We need to empower our staff, our contractors, our employees. We need to encourage innovation, and we need to build a deeper level of trust so that we can understand what they're seeing, what they're hearing, and most of all, how can we leverage that intelligence and knowledge and wisdom for the betterment of our organizations. We also need to manage our organization's energy, not just our time, because leaders and those who are creating a culture who prioritize well-being and work-life integration better perform under pressure. And lastly, establishing feedback loops. So you want you to regularly assess your strategies, regularly assess your culture, regularly assess the mindset that you are showing up with or that's being promulgated within the organization so that you can adapt based on what's working best or what's not. So 3 challenges in each of these different pillar areas. In pillar 1, mindset. We want you to be thinking about over this next week, what's one recent challenge that in hindsight really helped you grow as a leader. So you might have thought it was a tremendous challenge, tremendous problem, and it might have been to the point of really detrimentally harnessing your business, but somehow you turned the corner, you made the pivot, both as a professional and a leader, and you guided your organization forward. What was at the crux of that, and what did you learn to be able to grow to your next level? And can you 10x and amplify that bounce forward. Secondarily, in the strategy area, over this next week, we want you to identify one area in your business that could benefit from more flexibility or contingency or scenario planning. This helps us, again, really take a deep look at our risks and manage them accordingly going forward. And then in pillar 3, execution, we want you to be thinking about what's one system or process, either that you've not put in place or that you can improve upon to enhance resiliency across the whole of your business. We want to raise the visibility of a success story about the power of pivoting through what would seem instrumental odds against success. And that's Airbnb's 2020 resiliency strategy. So when faced with a crisis, when global travel was halted, Airbnb quickly pivoted by shifting its focus to local stays and long-term rentals versus its traditional global vacationing business model. The company leveraged its existing platform to adapt to the new customer behaviors and thus avoided massive business losses while ensuring the health and wealth and safety of their customer base. Ultimately, the result, a successful IPO and a very long-term growth despite a very turbulent market and many business model shifts on behalf of the entire global travel ecosystem. So the takeaway from this is the ability to pivot strategically and decisively ultimately defines our business's success through the lens of creation of a resiliency framework and methodology and operational construct for us to follow. So your resiliency plan and action steps for this week could be, and we suggest, identifying one area in your business that needs greater adaptability. Develop a contingency plan for an unexpected challenge. Commit to one resiliency building habit, whether it's mindset shifts, strategic planning, or operational improvements, all will serve you well. So as we close today, resiliency isn't just about surviving tough times. It's about emerging stronger, smarter, and more capable than ever before. This week, I challenge you to implement at least one resiliency building idea across each of the 3 pillars within your business, within your teams, within your partnerships, within your client base, within your ecosystem. And we want you to share your experiences and drive the business intelligence around what you're doing, how it's working, and how you pivoted most successfully. So let's keep growing forward together. This is it for week 7 of Spotlight on Success, Resilience in Action, Thriving Amidst Uncertainty. We invite you to join us again next week for the power of influence, building a brand that inspires and leads. We'll be posting this on LinkedIn, and we invite you to share one way you've built resistance into your business. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the CEO of Global Innovation Strategies, the Success Strategist, signing off for today. And we look forward to hearing about how you're springboarding forward in 2025.